Hello, lovely witches. This is Dawn from Aurora Dawn, and thank you so much for stopping by my channel. And this is my first day working from home since the coronavirus broke out. I've worked from home before, so I know what it's like, and it's great. It's it's just awesome. So I'm getting ready to go to work, you guys. Watch this. So there's my workstation. This means I get to stay in my pajamas. I love working from home in that there's no stress in the commute. There's no stress of being in an office where everything is so bright and there are lots of people and stuff going on and whatnot. So it's less stressful. I like it a lot. I wish they would let us work from home more often, like a number of times a week. But anyway, I'm doing this video because I wanted to talk to you about shadow work, especially during this time when everybody's like freaking the F out all over the place and buying toilet paper and hand sanitizer. So I wanted to talk to you about what I teach in my self-mastery for witches classes, at least the first few classes, because they really teach you how to deal with the emotions that are coming up, which is absolutely necessary before you do anything with shadow work, because you're going to dive into your shadow and you're going to bring up a lot of traumatic experiences. And when you bring that stuff up, there's a lot of emotional baggage that comes with it that is anchoring those things, that traumatic experience into your life, into your subconscious. Now, you do your shadow work, you're still going to remember those traumatic experiences, but they will no longer control your behavior, control how you react, control how you perceive things. And you'll be able to see the truth of what's actually happening in a situation. So I wanted to teach you how about these things so that you can start working with them right now to making you feel better. Because I know a lot of people are going through anxiety attacks and stress and fear and freaking out, and it's not necessary. So first step is that you have to understand that you are programmed. When you're a baby, you have no way to reason for what's happening in your environment. You accept it without question, because how can you question it? You have no reference, no experience with any of this. So you just accept whatever's coming to you, and you have a lot of times that information is coming in misinterpreted, misunderstood. A lot of it is neurotic. So because we just don't understand, and it's coming from our parents. So if mom and dad are neurotic, and mom and dad have not healed themselves, then mom and dad they're passing that on to you. It's really how a deer teaches their baby how to be safe. A mother deer teaches the baby to lie down right here and do not move. No matter what happens, do not move. And it's incredible that baby deer will not move. We had one back by our shed. Skip and I were walking, and we went back by the shed right in the corner, and it's way away from our house, so it's ideal. And it's a little pile of wood, scrap wood, and some scrap stuff. And it was just hunkered down in this little nook and did not move a muscle. We walked around it and decided, you got to leave it alone, because you've heard if you touch a baby bird that the mother will reject it. That's not really true, because the birds don't have a very strong sense of smell. Great eyesight, but not a sense of smell. But animals like deer and dogs and cats and whatnot, but deer do have a good sense of smell, and if you touch it, there's a chance the mother will smell your your odor, what you left onto the baby, the odor, and will reject the baby because now the baby doesn't smell right. So anyway, we didn't touch it, and it did disappear the next day. It was gone. So, but that is a survival mechanism, and your ego is what you use to protect yourself. But the ego is using that misunderstood information that's in your subconscious mind, that is neurotic, that is misinterpreted. And so it's important to understand that's why you behave the way you behave. You are not your behavior. You are not your thoughts. You are not your body. These are things you use. These are tools. You use your subconscious programming to manifest and to interact on the earth plane. And it provides fuel, if you would, or opportunities for lessons to learn, for us to learn. And that's what we come here for, right? To learn lessons. Yay! We're learning some lessons now, aren't we? So keep that in mind. Please understand that you are a very beautiful, perfect, highly evolved spirit being that is crammed a little portion of yourself into this physical body, as much as this body can handle. And you are functioning from a dysfunctional way in an effort to learn lessons from it. So in a sense, we do this to ourselves. It is an opportunity to learn, but it sucks sometimes, right? Yeah, I understand. But I want you to know that you are a perfect spirit being. So keep that in mind, please. And we are functioning on a dysfunctional information programming, like software programming, okay? So the other thing I want you to understand is that when you speak, when you say, when you're in this situation, you do this and that, you're projecting and generalizing out from you. You're not taking ownership for what you are experiencing. So using first person to communicate is essential for you to understand and take ownership. This is my stuff. I'm taking ownership of my stuff. This is mine. This is my experience. This is how I think. This is how I see it. And it's important for communicating to other people that you are in ownership of it. If you hear like an interview with somebody and the person is saying, I get itchies in my eyes, sorry. So, and the person is saying, when you're in this situation, well, first off, you don't know me. Second of all, I've never had that experience before. So how can you say involve me and that I would do that in that situation, the same situation you were in? So it's, it doesn't make any sense, right? Okay, so just keep in mind when you are communicating, if you are not in first person, if you're not saying I when you're relaying and conveying your information, your experience, that you're not taking ownership and that you are in ego. So it's a sign that you have slipped into ego, and so it's just a way of seeing that you are no longer in spirit and you're not taking ownership. Okay. Then there's something called a sentence completion. And this is very, very important for digging up stuff. And I'm going to teach it to you right now, but I'm going to ask you not to go digging into your subconscious programming because there is a lot of emotional baggage. And I want to teach you how to deal with the emotions. All right? But at the same time, this technique, this tool, exercise, is a way for you to stay conscious. And when you stay conscious, you can see the truth of what is really happening. You can stay in spirit, which feels good, brings you joy, and makes you feel relaxed and more in control and more confident. And that's what you need. If you feel anxiety, you are not feeling confident. You're not in spirit. and you can't see the truth of what is, and that's why the anxiety attack is so strong. Okay, so the sentence completion starts with a sentence stem, and then you complete the sentence, and then you say the sentence stem again, and you complete the sentence, but complete it different than you did before. So what I learned from this lesson is, or what I learned about myself is, and then you complete that sentence. What I learned about myself is that I'm self-reliant. What I learned about myself is I don't know as much as I need to know. What I learned about myself is, and you keep going and you answer that, and it really it's reaffirming what you're dealing with. What I learned about myself is I'm really scared. What I've learned about myself is I don't feel confident, and it just bubbles this stuff up from your subconscious. But again, I'm going to warn you, do not use this on your deep subconscious belief systems, because you'll bubble up those traumatic experiences. In the next few days, I'm going to teach you how to deal with those emotions. Because when you can do that, and you can get back to feeling good and staying conscious and staying in spirit in the present moment, you can deal with this coronavirus. You can deal with there isn't enough toilet paper. You can deal with this stuff. And really, when you, oh my God, there's no toilet paper, I'm going to run out. If you can process that emotion that's coming up, and all those emotions and the energy, process it out and get back to feeling good, then you can think about solutions. Okay, so I'm out of toilet paper. Now what? Well, there's a shower like 2 feet away from the toilet. Maybe I can use that. I'm stuck at home. I'm not going anywhere, so why don't I do that? And if you're at work, most likely they've got toilet paper in the bathroom at work. And if you're really up the creek, you can go down to there's probably a gas station with a convenience store that you can go into. Walmart. I believe the Walmarts and the Targets and the Hy-Vees and the grocery stores are all open, and they have bathrooms. So you most likely would be able to go in and use the bathroom. But if you're all in, oh my God, there's no toilet paper, what am I going to do now? And you're freaking out, you can't get calm enough to see solutions. Does that make sense? So it's important to process the emotions, which I'm going to teach you probably, let's do that tomorrow, okay? And I'll teach you how to do that. So this is the very beginning of Self-Mastery for Witches course. And I think it's important for everybody to learn these lessons so that we can get through this pandemic and, not be so freaked out. And when you're not freaked out, you can find solutions, okay? When you don't panic, you know what to do. When you're on a burning, like say you're on an airplane and it's burning and you need to do something, there have been reports of people just sitting in their seats like still frozen. They don't know what to do, because they're so caught up in oh my God, the plane's on fire. So what am I going to do? And they're stuck, they're frozen, they're panicking. So if you can get that panicking emotion flushed out, then you can see, oh, I need to get up and go to the exit. Where's the exit? There's the exit. Let's go. Everybody's going in that direction. Let's go. And then you can get out safe and sound, and everything's fine. Okay? So that's it. Leave me comments. Let me know what you think. And I know some of these principles are a little hard to grasp. Just hang in there and think about it. And really embrace it if you can. If not, put it in your back pocket and mull it over, and maybe something will bubble up later, okay? So that's it. I want you to definitely stay safe, stay healthy, and do something today that makes you feel good and brings you joy. Love you all, and until next time, blessed be.